Welcome to the Travel Island channel. View the full video. You can visit a beautiful place with incredible views. Today's Travel Island channel show about one of the oldest cities in Sri Lanka. This city is very valuable because it is old. There are so many things to see here. History of Panduwasnuwara goes as far back as the 6th century BC. However, most of the ruins found today in the ancient city of Panduwasnuwara belongs to the era of King Parakramabahu 1153 to 1186, who set up his temporary capital in this city in the 12th century. The inner city of Panduwasnuwara is where the palace of the king was situated. Within this place complex, another building today known as the Queen's Palace and foundations of 3 other buildings has been conserved. In addition, you can also see the protective wall, rampart, the inner moat, a slab inscription by King Nasankamala 1187 to 1196, a pond and an ancient well all conserved. Passing the courtyard you come the entrance to the center building. The inscription by King Nasankamala lies left of these steps. Millennia-old layers of plaster can still be seen in some places on this wall. 3 rows of pillar bases can be seen along the hall. These bases would have held wooden pillars bearing the weight of the roof of the center building. Iron nails of 1 feet long, which probably was used for the roof, can be seen in the Museum of Panduwasnuwara. On the left side of the hall lies a brick square platform which is called a throne. The plaster on the platform can still be seen. Passing this hall, you enter a large room placed in the center. The rear door of this room opens to another large room with rooms on the sides. The toilet lies northwest in this room. The granite cut outlet from the toilet leads to a 7 feet deep pit. Clay rings, known as uragita, has been used to line the pit. It has been raised from the ground using bricks and covered with a slab of rock. This slab has been destroyed by treasure hunters at some time in the past. There are conserved foundations of some large buildings southwest of the palace. These have been named the Queen's Palace. South of the palace is a square pond made of stone rubble. An ancient well too has been covered on this side. On the western side, a small building with stone pillars has been conserved. This is thought to be an image house. And the moat lies just inside the wall. The palace complex lies at the center of this area. The entrance to the palace complex is from the east. Steps, balustrades and the moonstone at the entrance are all made of bricks. There are indications of security posts built behind and at the top of the rampart. There are indications of another kind of frontispiece on the southern ramparts. But this has been sealed during a later stage or during the restoration work. According to description of the Pawamsa, this palace was a 3-storied building. The thickness of the walls and the pillar bases support this description even though no proof exists today. Left of the steps lies a rock seat now protected with a roof against the sun and the rain. The top of the seat is in fact an inscription by King Nasankamala describing how he had visited this palace on his way back from the Sri Pada and enjoying sports and dance performances. 2 rows of rooms run towards the west of the corridor going all around the building. The large room at the rear has been named the dining room. Other rooms would have been used as stores, offices, officers' quarters, etc., or the doors of these rooms face inward towards the center open courtyard. As you walk past the palace complex, you will come across a conserved pagoda on the high square platform. This belongs to another Panchaithana temple of the kingdom. The entrance to the platform lies on the western side. This is a 4 feet high square platform with a side measuring 21 meters. The pagoda has been restored only up to the pagoda's inside and is 5.75 meters high. Dr. Padamoritina records that the treasure hunters had dug up to the relic chamber and relics had been stolen when first recorded by him. A square wall with a hole in the center is found south to the pagoda. This is the remains of the Bodhigara of the Panchaithana. This has consisted of 2 rooms. 2 entrances have been built to enter the front room. The main entrance faces east and the side entrance is from the west. The main entrance is made of plain brick steps. The side entrance is decorated with a pair of balustrades. At the center of the inner room lies a stone-carved pedestal for a statue. A stone-cut standing Buddha image would have stood here in the past. Only the feet of the statues remain today. Stone pillar stumps which held the roof still can be seen in this building. The image house lies west to the Bodhigara, and behind it lies the last two components of the Panchaithana, Arama building and the Pirivena building. Once you walk past the ruins of the third temple complex, you will come across another Panchaithana named Damaridhargarajvaraya. This complex has been built by a minister of Parikrama Bahua and has been renovated and expanded by a general of King Nisanka Malla. A Tamil inscription at the entrance states that the General Kulhande Madhamana Panjara adding a Baku residence, arms hall, pagoda and the Pirivena building to the complex on the 5th year of King Nisanka Malla. A short wall around the complex marks the borders of the temple. The entrance is from the east. The pagoda lies right to the entrance. This is built on a 4 feet high circular platform. The entrance to the pagoda lies on the south. West to the pagoda lies another smaller pagoda. As you pass the Damaridhargarajvaraya and walk towards the current new temple, you will come across another large conserved pagoda on a square platform. The platform is about 1.5 meters in height and the side is 36.6 meters long. The pagoda in the center is about 44 meters in circumstance. As in all other pagodas in this area, the Hathara's sculpture and the pinnacle is missing in this pagoda. But you can still see the sum of the original plaster below the first basal ring towards the southern side. The Bodhigara of this temple lies about 40 feet to south. The brick walls are about 75 centimeters high. At the center is the pit where the Bodhi stood in the past. Even though these are the only ruins currently excavated of this temple, this too is believed to be a Panchaithana. Foundations of other buildings may be still buried yet to be discovered. The temple was built during the Kandhan era, and the temple on pillars at this temple is the oldest structure of the new temple. This temple on pillars is built on 16 granite pillar stumps. The mandapaya has been built in front of this temple using another 6 large granite pillars. Roofs of both structures have been laid with flat clay tiles popular in Kandhan era. There is no path around the image house, but a narrow ledge has been left on the wooden platform. The murals in the temple on pillars image house are probably not the original. Although there are some proof older structures, these buildings were a popular aspect of many Buddhist temples during the 17th–19th centuries. Next to it lies the building known as the Damaridhargarajvaraya. This is a large building 17.5 meters long and 8 meters wide. The 32 rock pillars of the building lie on a 1.3 meter high platform. The pillars are approximately 2,520 centimeters in diameter and 2.45 meters high. This structure was conserved in 1970 with a roof built over the pillars. The platform is built from blocks of rock cut into a design. The entrance is situated in the northeastern side. 7 wide granite steps decorated by 2 granite balustrades decorate the entrance. This building by far is the most elegant building belonging to the Anuradhapura era among these ruins. This may have been the reason why this building became too known as the Temple of Tooth by the locals when it was rediscovered. The most common and the popular legend is that this is the foundation of the tower built by King Panduwasnuwara 504-474 BC to imprison his daughter Chitra. She became too known as Unmada Chitra due her unparalleled beauty that would drive one with maddening desire with the mere sight of her. She was the youngest of the 11 children of King Panduwasnuwara and the only daughter. The soothsayers had predicted that if she gives birth to a son, he would slay all 10 of the 10 brothers of Chitra and take the throne for himself. All the brothers wanted to kill her at the birth due to this prediction except for the eldest brother who wished to keep her isolated that she would not get a chance to be pregnant. So a high tower was built with a chamber at the top for this princess. However, a prince managed to sneak into the chamber and the son, Panduwasnuwara born to them, survived a similar assassination at birth when they both lived to kill 8 uncles and ascended to the throne of Sri Lanka by the age of 16. He became one of the greatest kings in Sri Lanka, ruling for 70 years from Panduwasnuwara, the longest reigning monarch in the Sri Lankan history. Come and see one day. If you think this video is beautiful, be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to like. See you another day with a nice video like this. Have a nice day.